Oh, get ready, get ready, get ready. Here we go. I know y'all, I don't know if y'all can see me or not, but I'm clicking the button. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, yeah, it's me. It's your boy, the Louisiana Country Boy, along with my co-host, the Little Diva. And we got a special guest. The guest so special, y'all. I got my coffee. I'm drinking coffee. What time? At 8 o'clock. That's how special it is. I'm drinking coffee at 8 o'clock. Yes.
Let me, before we get started, I gotta say something. Since you said something, since you said coffee, let me just say something. Hi, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Before we talk about our guest, so I was telling somebody today. I don't know if I've ever shared this with you before. So I don't drink coffee. Don't ever want any. But my papa, when I was a little girl, he would have the old school coffee pot that had the little percolator at the top, the little silver thing on the stove. And I was saying, why can't I want some coffee? I want some coffee. I want some coffee. He said, he used to call me Ham. Don't know why. I was Ham. Ham, you don't want no coffee because coffee makes you black. And my papa was this color black. So I looked at him. This is what he said. I was like, I've never had coffee since then. But of course, but you don't get black if you drink coffee. But anyway, I was telling one of my consultants that story today because she came in with some coffee. And she was like, you want some coffee, Miss Trina? No. And so I said, let me tell you the story.
So you've never had coffee?
Never have coffee. Iced coffee, frozen coffee, no coffee.
No coffee.
I'm coffee.
But so every last Monday of the month, we have a special guest where we highlight them and their business and what they do. And today we have an amazing, amazing woman who is so funny. I was going through her page the other day. And I can't wait to show her my present that my gift I got today, my toy. But anyway, Miss Takia Scott, she is the founder of Sophisticated Images. Hey there, ma'am.
Hi. On here with y'all. I say it's so lovely to be on here with y'all this evening.
We are happy to have you.
Oh, good. Did you say what? Say that again. It's so what?
Did I say y'all?
She said it's so lovely. Wait. Say it again. It's so lovely. Look. Hey, that's that Atlanta coming out right there. It's so lovely.
Is that where you're from?
I'm from Savannah, actually. Savannah, Georgia.
Ooh.
It's close by Atlanta, though. It's close to Atlanta.
I was in Georgia this last summer for my family reunion. It was a small place because we drove to Atlanta. I was very upset because my family didn't want to go do nothing fun. I was like, I'm in Georgia. I don't even get to visit Atlanta. So we drove through Atlanta. And you don't know. I am a tourist. So I like to see the museums and all that. So we went, they humored me and took me to the Martin Luther King thing.
Where he lived.
They sat in the car and said, you can go. They literally said, now do y'all know I didn't get no good tour because I'm thinking they in the car. Like, so I kind of walked around. So I got to go back to Georgia.
Yeah, it's nice. I've been there a couple of times. It's nice.
Really? Yeah. So I can't think of the little place I went, the place we had the family reunion in, though. But let me tell y'all before we get started, somebody's calling me from Atlanta, Georgia, right? That's so crazy. Like literally Atlanta, Georgia on my phone. Wow. Crazy. Anyway, I think that's my cousin. We're planning our family reunion. But let me tell y'all, I got a toy today in the mail. So I thought I'm very skeptical about everything. And so, what is it, TikTok? I was on TikTok and they had this thing. And I said, I'm going to order it. I told my sister, I called my daughter. I said, so, is it fraudulent? Is that fraud stuff? Can I really order stuff from TikTok? Is it real? She's like, yeah, it's real. So look. This
a wand. Is that a wand or that's a curler?
This kind of, wait, let me tell you what it do. Let me turn. Oh, I can't. Y'all, hold on. I gotta turn it on. I gotta show y'all
She done been. Look, they from the ban TikTok. Did they give you a discount? Hey, little diva.
Hey, can I call you back on my show? I'll call you
Oh,
right back.
now they ain't calling you.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
the diva, did you get a discount since they finna ban TikTok? Did you tell them you got your 50% off?
You see it? You see it moving?
What is
Oh,
that?
I love that. So have you tried it out, Miss Trina?
I
Have you
just
tried
got it today. I just got it. Well, it's doing things. I just got it today. I'm super excited about it. First of all, I take curl hair. That's why I'm in a bob all the time.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Now don't you burn your face.
Look, see that
Let's
thing.
not
I'm excited about this. But I'm really gonna have to take my time because I'm not a. That's why I'm in a bob or just long hair or wavy hair because I can't curl my hair.
I got you.
Anyway, so that's the toy. And then one more thing. I thought you'd get a kick out of that, Takia. Now I bought this thing. This
Now what's
is
that?
a selfie. This is a selfie stick. Now the funny thing about it is I don't know how to open it. So I don't know if it works. I'm like, well, I see country boy on
I was
Sunday.
about to ask, can you open it?
I took it somewhere to use it the other day, and it was like, well, it's going back in the box till I see country boy and figure it out. But my two
Lord
toys
have
that I
mercy.
got today, and I'm just so excited. Well, I got this toy today, and I got that toy the other day. But anyway,
Lord.
we can get back to business. I just had to share my toys.
And
I'm so excited.
I like
There's
your
a
toys.
package at my door.
I like your toys. You got to give me the review on the curler now, because I might be
Yes,
on
I'm gonna
TikTok.
play with it. When I'm paying attention, I'm gonna play with it. All right, so we can get to the real.
I don't
Come
even
on,
know
let's
what.
get real.
I don't even know what to say.
What does that mean? Play your little toy. Play your toy. Push a button on your toy.
Oh, I can do. Oh, okay. Let's get excited. I can do that. Look, I'm just trying to figure out. Okay, now that little old cuddly thing you got. Okay, that thing was rolling by itself.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I mean, you know, I came from that whole. I told you about that. I know about the twisted thing. So you won't want now. What if you up in there? See, y'all trusting these things now. Y'all won't be trusting all this newfangled stuff. Now, if that thing up there got a mind to start rolling by itself, what if it don't want to let go?
You better let go.
Well, that this has nothing to do with that. But when you say that and you can't let go on the treadmill, you get faster and faster and faster. And I always hold on to the thing. Well, now they tell us we can't hold on to it. So all I think of, what am I gonna do if this thing go and I can't stop? So
You unplug. You pull up.
I saw that thing. I saw that. But they don't tell you that. You have to figure this thing out by yourself.
Yeah, pull the switch, honey.
I saw the little red thing. But anyway, y'all, let's get down to business. We've done our twist of humor for the day. This is really cool. This is really fun. But hey, thank you for coming on and thank you for being our spotlight for this month. Talk to us, tell us about you and where you're from and what do you do?
Okay, I'll tell you a bit about myself. My name is Takia Scott, often going by Takia Deneen, which is my middle name, my first name and my middle name. So people get that confused, but I'm Takia Deneen and I'm Takia Scott. All in one, but I'm owner and founder of Sophisticated Images, where we rebuild confidence through hair replacement for anybody who has or even suffers with hair alopecia, just hair loss in general.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh. So even just if I don't have no edges?
Even if you don't have no edges, we get you some edges.
You know, do you know my sister Tanisha Shields?
Tanisha Shields. Is she a stylist?
Maybe she's just saying hi. Is she what? Oh no. I'm just wondering because she was saying hey Takia. She may just be saying it because you're on the show. She said it 3
times.
Do I know? I don't know.
Yeah, when she said it, so I was like, oh, I see. She was saying she's a so you know our friend Tamika.
Tamika, which one? Tamika. What's her last name?
Tamika with the breasty sister, breasty
Yes,
sister.
pink breasty.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's my sister,
Yes.
one of her best friends. That's okay.
Oh,
There we
yes.
go. There we
Yes.
go.
I've done a lot of projects with Tamika.
Yes.
I call her my
Listen,
sister. That's
the
my
only
best.
reason she said it twice now I realized she had said she had a typo, so it was Talia Takika to Takia, and then
Yeah.
my mom says I need you Takia.
Tell her to call me, honey.
Hey, T, let me.
We'll have fun while getting you cute, honey.
Look at him. Look at him.
You can get right too now.
Hey, look, hey, T, look, this is all I want. I'm gonna tell you. All I want you to do is this. Don't touch this, but can you put some around? I want my George Jefferson.
No, you will not have that.
Thank
You
you.
will not. No,
Thank you,
ma'am.
Tree.
No, sir.
You had spoken.
I am here for you. I'm sorry.
And I'm gonna have to amen her response.
So what got you into being a hairdresser, hairstylist?
What got me into doing hair is my whole lineage. I have an aunt that's been doing hair for 50 years. I have a sister that's been doing it for 30. I've been doing it for 20 plus years. So my family, my whole lineage is into the beauty industry. I got a brother who has multiple barbershops in Houston. So our family is in some sector of business or in beauty. But on the road to hair loss, I was just born with hair loss. So it's been my whole life journey.
We had Il Trill Neal. Have you ever heard of him? He's a guy and he has alopecia and he does a lot of I got it from you, country boy. You remember who I'm talking about? Anyway.
Okay.
The funny thing about alopecia, I had a show when it was Alopecia Awareness Month last year. So I had him on the show, and then I had can't think of her name right now, but I know her very well. But my friend Angela Morgan. So Angela
I know her. She's with breast cancer too.
Yes.
Yes,
But
I've met Miss Morgan.
yes,
I've
she's
met her on
amazing.
numerous occasions. Yes.
She's amazing. And she I didn't know when I saw her, I didn't know that she didn't have breast cancer. She just had alopecia. This
Oh,
Angela Morgan. I don't know if it's the same one. It's a common name.
I was
So
about to
maybe a
say,
different one.
let me
So
not
she
get nobody
doesn't
mixed up.
she's totally bald. Huh?
No, I say I don't want to get anybody
Again?
mixed up then.
Oh yeah. Well, I know, right? So Angela is I saw her when she had beautiful hair. And I saw her one day out and she was totally bald. And I thought in my mind, because we working on getting people to quit saying things that they don't know, don't ask certain questions. Like somebody told me again the other day about how much weight I gained. Thank you. They were trying to give me a compliment because I used to be really skinny. But I'm actually, yeah. So anyway, with Angela, I never asked her. So I had on the show to discuss her journey with nightlife. That's when she shared that she had alopecia. And I said, Angela, oh my God, I thought you had breast cancer or some type of cancer. And I just never said anything because I didn't know and I didn't want to, assume and put that out there.
A lot of people bring that coincide and think that's what people are usually dealing with is breast cancer or any form of cancer. But alopecia, not deadly. I tell people it's not deadly at all.
Right. It just makes you feel like, because it's, your hair is your crown from what you feel, but then you learn that that's really not necessarily true.
Yeah, for me and my business to establish that you have multiple options when dealing with alopecia. Like you're not just stuck. I call it being the bold and the beautiful. Some women do walk in with their head shaved or bald, but I call them bold. They walking in with their story, and everybody not bold enough to do that. So it's options. You're not to not having any
and stuck in a box.
Yeah,
I am actually, be honest with you, I am fully white under here. Well, this is not a wig. This is a weave, but I'm fully white. And so I said, when I turn, so I'm 54, I'll be 55. So when I turn 60, I'm gonna be bold, and I'm gonna do great. I'm gonna do the gray because I'm looking at all these beautiful women with their pretty gray hair. I'm like, I would be cute.
Yes.
I just ain't ready to do it yet.
Well,
I
I
ain't
would
bold
tell
and beautiful yet.
it is definitely up to you. It's your option. You get to do what you
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. Country boy, you have any questions before I?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna ask a whole bunch of stuff while I'm sipping on my coffee while y'all talking about the hair thing and the
Go
dressing
right
thing.
ahead.
You know?
Go right ahead.
Look, y'all look. I want to sit up in the chair. Y'all made me feel like I was back in school. Let me share the lesson right now.
Go right
Look,
ahead.
look here. I want to know this. You know, and here I'm just being nosy. I know I really ain't. It ain't really nosy if you ask. I don't know what you want to call it. But anyway, look here. That of all the people you deal with, and I know that you deal with a lot, and you hear a lot of the stories and the things, because obviously, one, in my opinion, I don't know because I ain't never been a hairdresser, that they must be pretty comfortable with you to come to you. That says a lot, you know, because people don't just, you know, I don't let nobody do my hair but me.
I got you.
So to be able to establish that, you know, and what is that like for you? Where does that come from to be able to make somebody feel at ease, should we say? Yeah, that's what
Well,
mama and them say, at
in
ease.
the line of business that I am in, I didn't walk every part of the journey that you probably have walked or going to walk. So it's very relatable. It's very, very
Mm,
relatable. So any part of the journey, that's why I say we always have fun because it's usually tears. A lot of
right.
people have to grieve what they had. Some people have to grieve what they had. Some people just born with hair loss, so you don't have to grieve it, but you still have an emotional attachment to, like she said, your crown. So it's a lot of different emotions that go into hair loss, but being
Yes.
able to make it relatable and in the end give you your power back. It's a big difference.
Mm, wow. Wow, that's pretty
Because
good.
the power to choose is very important.
Come on, girl.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's true.
That
Yeah.
is you whew, I talk about that all the time. Look, that's on another note. You know, that's the one thing that we miss is that we all have the power to make a choice.
Yeah.
We
And
have that.
with hair loss, your power is taken from you because it's not something that you choose.
Right.
Mhm.
But in the end, I say you get to choose. Just choose whatever hairstyle you want and let's do it. And
Mhm.
then you get to walk in the room with your hair head high if you want to. Enjoy your life. I tell my clients, go collect your compliments, honey.
That
Mm.
and
Come
it's
on
so
now.
beautiful. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Girl, go collect your compliments.
Do they come back and then tell you about all the beautiful compliments they got?
All the time.
Mm-hmm.
All the time.
Yeah.
And I say, if you want to talk about that you have hair loss, that's on you. But you just say, thank you, girl,
They
thank
keep
you,
on moving.
and keep
Mm-hmm.
on moving. Keep on moving. So it's not a death sentence. It is a
Yes.
lifestyle that is learned in the process afterward. Because when women or even men,
Mhm.
anybody who deal with hair loss, it's a newfound way of looking at your hair. Because I look at it like if somebody had a prosthetic leg.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
mimics what they had, but they have to be taught how to use the actual mechanical.
Yeah.
That's how hair units are for people who have hair loss.
And you also can medically you have this as a prosthetic, from my
Pretty much
understanding. The
called
doctors will.
cranial prosthesis. It's called a cranial
Yeah.
prosthesis. So you can have your insurance pay for it because it's pretty much like an additive to what you already had.
Shut up.
I'm gonna shut up then.
For real. You mean
For
that?
real.
Yeah, if you go, it's pretty much like going to get a prescription from your dermatologist.
What?
Yeah, because it's a condition now. This is nothing that you asked for.
Girl, get out of here.
Where you want me to go?
That was a good one, Takia. See?
Yeah.
Yes.
You
High
done,
five to you.
you done made me set back now. Look at here. Well, look here. Look, after I made Michael Jordan famous for doing it. But hey, let
You
me
know, You know what's interesting too, country boy? I'm sorry, but I have actually I have a friend that's in we have a dance community, and for years she wore hair. And then one day we were talking one day, she said, "Well, hey, you're gonna see a different me tonight. I think I'm gonna go with my natural do." I didn't know that she had shaved it all off. I had no idea. I didn't even know there was an issue. So she came that night, and she was gorgeous. Actually, she was like her cheekbones, like all these. And that's the thing too. Sometimes when they shave the hair off, these other things are accentuated. Is it accentuated? Like yes,
that part of the journey is seeing yourself in a whole nother light.
Yeah,
A whole nother light. I didn't experience that part of the journey until last year, February. Last year, February, I was just like, okay, this is it. I'm cutting any little pieces of hair off. I'm just done with it.
Right,
but
right.
it actually lets you see your bone structure, the beauty that you don't always see when you have hair. Because hair make up a lot of our identity too.
It does. Just like me saying that about, so well, I was gonna say, so men, after she did it, you wouldn't imagine, you probably could. How many men came that knows that I know her would say things, why did she cut her hair off like that? Why did she shave her hair? I had at least 5 men have asked me that. And it's like, or say, is she sick? Or I think, no, I just think she did it, which I know the real deal, but that wasn't for them to know.
But that's why I say it's a bold move to do it. Everybody is not bold enough to do it because, like I said, you walk in with your story. Everybody in the room can make up what's wrong with you. So you got to either do a lot of explaining or do a lot of,
that's on your beautiful look.
That's just the way of the world. So it's not offensive. It's a way of actually explaining what's going on or some of the history or some of the facts about alopecia that people may not know about.
Right, right. Hey, well, T, let me ask you this. Can I, what about men?
Men have, like you say, the deacon fries, that's male pattern baldness. It's a form of alopecia too, but people are just used to men going ahead and shaving what they have off. So they don't really give it thought, but it's a form of hair loss too.
And you don't, but what I didn't know, I'm going to add this, Takia, that guy I told you, Il Trill Neal, he was the first man I knew that had alopecia, but the eyelashes.
Well, he probably had alopecia uverse. That's when your whole body doesn't have any hair.
Okay.
So it's different forms of alopecia. You just that's imperative that people go to a dermatologist to get the form that you have.
Threw me off when he said you can't see. I don't have eyelashes. I was like,
usually people who have uverse alopecia, they don't have any brows. They don't have any brows. No hair on your body whatsoever. So
wow. So do you have any? Okay, and I was asking about the men. You know how prideful we are and how Do you had them to come? Because
I teach barbers how to make male units or how to put on a male unit. I do a lot of males, but males are 10 times more private than women. 10 times. They're 10 times more private. And men are more harsh on each other than women.
Really?
Yes. Men will go to another man and be like, man, you trying to save it. They'll crack on each other. Women will
we saying it behind their back.
I find that women embrace each other. Like she's saying, her friend came to her and she came to her with open arms. But men, I don't know. Maybe it's a man thing. I just don't know. But men are.
It's definitely a man thing.
Yeah, men, especially African American men, I find them to be 10 times more private.
What?
Yeah, but some people, I be thinking, I won't say any names, but the comb overs.
The comb overs. That's a part. That's a part of the journey. That's a part of the journey.
They're just not there yet, ready to let it go.
Exactly, they're not there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't. It take us time to get there.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I would tell you.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say when mine first happened, when I umpteen thousand years ago, when I was in my 20s, it was a shock, baby. When I walked in that bathroom, baby, let me tell you, the whole world felt like it was about to crumble down. I saw that one little,
I know it's devastating for males too. They go through a process.
but it was but it wasn't. I wasn't like, okay, let me just try to hold. I was like, baby, let me try to get rid of the rest of it because I wasn't.
So did you shave your head in your 20s?
I sure did.
Oh, okay. Because some men that, like she said, they'll do the comb over, or they'll do the topic, or they're even
What's
get
the topic?
topic is hair fibers. Hair fibers that a lot of people use to add to existing hair that they already have. So if you don't have full-blown hair loss, you still have existing hair on your head. So you can add hair fibers and it'll give a thicker appearance.
Well, I did try something though, T. Now don't y'all tell nobody, okay? This is between the three of us.
It's nobody here, right, Trina?
Okay, ain't nobody
here.
Listen, this is what I did.
The world can't hear us.
Okay, this is what I did, T. I actually shaved around here. This was when I was in my 20s. I shaved around here, but I wouldn't shave up here, and I would never shave up here. I was like, well, I'm gonna let it catch up.
Believe it or not, a lot of people go through that too. Part of the journey.
After a week, when it didn't catch up, I was like, all right, let it go. Let it go, fella.
Fun
you
tea.
Question, or you say somebody had a question?
Someone was asking. Actually, it's my mom. She said, no, she was stating that my dermatologist told me that hair loss is hereditary. Is that true?
In some forms, it is hereditary. In my form, it was hereditary. It came from my father's genes. So a lot of my siblings, we all have hair loss. A lot of us have hair loss, male and females. A lot of my sisters do. A lot of my brothers do. Because I got a lot of sisters and brothers. I did say I'm from Georgia, right?
Uh-oh.
Backwoods ain't nothing but rabbits back there making
Hey,
that's what they say about the country.
Peaches ain't the only thing that's growing in Georgia.
Not the only thing. They multiply.
Oh, funny.
But it's a thing called alopecia traction. Alopecia traction is what a lot of Black women have from braids and weaves and stuff. So that is alopecia that is not hereditary, but is caused by the person themselves.
Yeah.
Really?
So you see that a lot. You see a lot of people who didn't lost
edges.
Yeah, it's gone. You done pulled it so much that the hair follicle is dead at a certain point.
Really? So what do you do from there? I've been seeing people do braids. I've been seeing them do it to where people are bald or whatever, but they're still able to do some braiding there. Have you? I mean, I'm sure you have.
And you're going to eventually have no hair.
So is that because it's white, or is
you eventually become my permanent client?
Because that's what happened to me when I was young. I didn't know any better. I would wear my braids, and I would go to my braid lady, and I'd make her replace these, and that's where the follicles, they're gone.
Use onion oil or use tea tree oil. It's a stimulating.
I heard about the tea tree oil.
Tea tree oil and onion oil is a really good oil to use too. It's a stimulant. It's in the Indian culture, but the Indian culture uses it a lot for growing their hair. So if you still have hair follicles that are alive, you can get those to growing again. But a lot of people damage it to no return.
So how do you find out if the follicles are dead? Is that the dermatologist?
Dermatologist. It's a scalp analysis. A scalp analysis lets you know where you stand, if you have permanent hair loss or if those hair follicles are still alive.
Wow.
That's good. That was definitely good information on that.
I'm learning a lot here tonight, boy.
I know, country boy. We're gonna give you a quiz at the end.
I ain't unless it's coming with some coffee. I ain't gonna take it.
Get the coffee ready, Trina.
You know I don't touch coffee. My papa said it was gonna make me black, so I ain't.
We already,
I laugh about it because being a little girl, I guess I was about 5. So can you imagine when he's saying, like, he was very, very dark, and say, "You got, no, you can't have no coffee because you're gonna turn black." And I looked at him and looked at the coffee, like, no more coffee. Let's see who's been checking in with us right quick. Of course, Miss Julie. Thank you, Miss Julie.
Miss Julie.
And then my sister Tanisha says, "Hey." My mom, of course, I should read my mama's. Miss Nisi Dobbins says, "Hello, everyone."
Oh, tell her I said hi. I love her.
She can hear you. And Ovita, hey Ovita. And then Aaliyah Clark Hall.
Well, look here, Miss T. Tell me about your, I'm being nosy. Let me get all off in your business.
Miss Julie said she's not gonna tell nobody, country boy.
Thank you, Miss Julie. I love you. That's why you my number one. Thank you, Miss Julie. You know how they are. You know how folks be. They'll tell everything. Thank you, Miss Julie.
Have you ever heard of virgin fertilizer?
Who?
Yes, I love it. It's a stimulator too.
Okay.
A what?
It's almost like a grease. It's a thick grease. It's popular in the African community.
What is it for?
It's for stimulating hair growth too. It's a fertilizer.
Okay.
You are schooling him today.
That's all I got.
I'm gonna buy you some. I'm gonna buy you some fertilizer.
No, you ain't. Not unless it's going in the garden.
I think the name just a catchy name.
Yeah. Well, when you said it, I'm thinking about. I figured it had to do something with growing, but I ain't never heard no fertilizer for
hair.
Yeah. Well, hey, even country boy learn something every once again. There you go. Ain't never too old to learn something. Yeah, they got half fertilizer. Well, look. All right, tell me in my nosiness about this journey of yours from Georgia to Houston.
My journey. I'm like, who is Johnny?
See, you fit right in here, Takia. You fit right in.
I was mind-boggled. I'm like, who is Johnny?
Wait a minute. Okay.
Oh gosh.
Don't get me started. It's late and I ain't had
You haven't had no coffee yet?
I ain't had no coffee.
Gotcha.
Oh goodness.
But I tell you, my dad had a lot of kids. In Georgia, it's small. Savannah is small. Savannah is really small. It's a smaller city. People know about it more now because it became more of a touristy city. But my dad had about 33 kids.
About who?
He was fertile.
Oh my God.
Did you say 33?
Oh wow, Takia, you have a big family.
I have a huge family.
Literally.
Really, really huge family back home. So my dad have a lot of kids, but my mom had 7 of those kids.
Okay.
So in Georgia, long story short, it's the have and the have-nots, pretty much. If you're raising kids there, you want the best for your child. Kind of like, I don't know if y'all familiar about the educational system in New Orleans and stuff. Sometimes you can try to get higher education, but it's as far as it's gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? If you understand the journey. So by the time I was going to the 11th grade, I myself got pregnant with my daughter, who is now 29, getting ready to be 30 this year. So my mom wanted us out of that environment. So she made a bold move and loaded up a U-Haul truck and moved to Texas
Really?
to get away from it all. And that's how we got to Texas. So every time we look at my daughter, all our family say, this is how we got to Texas.
Oh,
But it changed the lineage of our family history now. As far as our kids having opportunity, because Houston is a land of opportunity to me. You can walk in a whole bunch of different rooms that you probably wouldn't have limits. It would be limited other places. So I love Houston.
Wow.
I love Houston too.
Yes.
That is, I tip my hat to your mama.
Yeah.
That is quite a, even in this day, when you think about that, and I'm allowed to go over here somewhere, but just walk with me. That is saying, I want better for mine.
Oh, yes.
That is taking that step and saying, like, you know what?
We were dirt poor. Like, no running water, no running lights.
Wow.
It was nothing. No windows in the house. Like, it was nothing. So it really was a bold move. We moved here with not a dime. Literally, we stopped in the U-Haul truck for days and days till we made it to Houston.
Wow. Wow. So was there family here, or was this just?
I had one sister that had moved here. My oldest sister had moved here, but she hadn't been here for long. So this is what she called back home and said, because Savannah had one mall. They had one. It was called the Overthought Mall. So she called and she said, if y'all come to Houston, they got 17 malls. So we was like, they got 17 malls? You serious?
Look, let's go.
So my mama was like, okay, y'all there? We coming here. So we came here. We didn't have nowhere to stay. We were homeless for a long time. So it was
wow.
Man,
that's crazy.
That is definitely, and again, like I said, to hear about a woman who say, I'm finna do better for my babies. I'm not finna. This right here ain't finna be the life for them.
Yeah. She made bold. She always was a bold woman. Bold woman. She's been passed on. My mom passed of cancer 10 years ago. So she made a move that, like I said, changed the lineage of our whole entire life. Because now I have grandkids that she never met, but they wouldn't have the opportunities they have now had she not made that. Yeah.
Now, all these movie makers, Country Boy, now that's a movie.
That movie right there.
That's a movie.
Look here, that is the Negro version of the Beverly Hillbillies.
So when she said we loaded up the U-Haul, in my mind, I'm singing, loaded up the truck.
Literally. We was all in the front seat, just bouncing.
I was singing it in my head.
And we got here. This is how small Savannah is. We got here the night the Rockets won for the first time. So, and in Georgia, I know when I was there, I had never seen Hispanic people. We had never seen Hispanic people ever in our life. So that night we got in traffic and we seen a lot of
Houston.
And we said, Mama, what kind of people are they?
Wow.
Now I love me some Hispanic people.
Wow. But people, and it took me a long time to believe it, but it really is true that people that are not from Texas, they live far, Atlanta, whatever, they come here thinking that we really do have the horses and the cows and stuff.
I did. I was one of those people. I'm raising my hand right now. I was like, we gonna ride horses to school, right?
Oh my goodness.
And since I've been in Houston, I think I rode a horse one time.
And how sore were you got through?
What was I sore when I rode the horse?
Was your body sore?
No, I actually enjoyed
body
it. I
was
went to it
sore.
more often. It was really enjoyable. It was fun, but I really thought everybody,
That's what you-
instead of cars, everybody had horses.
Oh my
And you
lord.
know, it's a show called Married Love Love and Marriage Huntsville, Alabama.
Oh, okay.
So you know, they always say, but the people think that because that's what they see on TV. Well, when they came to Houston during one of their shows, and that's what they kind of showed. They went somewhere where there were horses. I said they don't never stop thinking that we don't need them to ride horses. That's the
But Houston is known for the cattle and everything
yeah.
because people do the rodeo,
Our trail riders and
trail riders.
I'm splitting the
all
middle
the-
acres home, so I
Yeah.
see horses
I
all
was
the time.
just finna say right now, you go to the fofo right now, somebody riding the house down the road. Okay, they
I went the other day going to the store,
Yeah.
and there was a horse right down the street. and they think they're a car because they be just in the street just like everybody else on the car. And
Exactly.
be sitting there like and doing their little thing like you supposed to just sit there and wait on it. Harsh though. Oh, okay. Miss Julie is asking a question. Miss Scott, you said onion oil. Does it stink?
Onion oil, it doesn't have to stink. If you make it yourself, it might have an odor to it, but a lot of them are scentless. It don't have any scent to it. It's unscented.
Okay. And Flimp Murray said that's the way folk talk from North Louisiana, country boy.
That's right.
Hey Denise. Denise says, hey y'all, hey.
Hey Denise, how you doing? Bye.
Okay.
Wow.
There we go. We have some new people I want to say hi.
That is, you know, I again, you know, just
You're welcome,
the
Julie.
moving here and making the difference, making the change. Changing, as you said, changing the whole trajectory of your family and the lineage. Now, question is, have you gone back?
Oh, I go back all the time. Yeah, I go back. I didn't go back from when I moved to 13 years later, but now I go all the
Really?
time.
Wow.
Yeah, because I came here so young, so it was a
Right.
transition. It was definitely a transition, and then it didn't take to me getting older and understanding that I myself can go back by myself. But now I go back often. Yeah, my
Now,
grandfather just turned 90. I went back to see him last July. Spent
wow.
4th of July with him, and then I talk to my family all the time now. So
That's good.
You trying to
So
convince the rest of
brothers and
them?
sisters and y'all get together?
we used to get together a lot. Now the difference is in country boy, you might be able to understand this part. In smaller cities, family get together for anything. Anything. When I say the sun shine, hey, the sun's shining. What y'all doing over there? They get
Yeah.
together. They're gonna get together. If you coming in town, it's a big celebration.
It's gonna
Like
be
they
a
get
party.
together for everything. So it's a closeness that smaller cities have that I find that larger
Love
cities
it.
don't have. Larger cities, I had to get used to. People get
Yeah.
together, but they don't
Yeah.
get together as often.
Oh yeah. That's
Like
I mean,
that, yeah.
that is
I do wish my
definitely
family
a
was
it is definitely one of those things, you know, like I don't go back home that often now, but you know, when going back, yeah, you have this. I remember growing up, if somebody came in from out of town,
It's a
it was
party.
like a festival.
Exactly.
Woof, you had baby, they here. Here they come. They coming in today. They coming.
But when I tell you I love my family back home because I so appreciate it. Oh my goodness. I appreciate it so much. And my kids, they didn't grow up back home, but so they always feel like them people ain't gonna know us. I say, honey, they gonna treat you like they've
like
been
they
raising
do.
you was born. That's just how they are. That's just
Mhm.
how it is. And then if we driving or something, my daughters will say, Mama, why you speaking to them people? I say, everybody speak to everybody. You don't gotta know them. You just say, hey, how you doing? How you doing?
That's the country. Hey, T.
Anytime you go to Louisiana, you find them and they just waving off the porch.
Oh Lord. Hey, that's the real country. Let me tell you, T, I was so deep in the country. We sat on the front porch and we would know who car coming a mile up the road because you could hear.
Away.
Here come Miss Wesley, Neil.
Why that's my grandmother's name, Miss Wesley. Wesley Jackson. That's my grandmother's name.
I told you my daddy's from Shangaloo. My grandmother was Ollie B. My auntie was Morris Jean. My other auntie was Tommy Seen.
Now that's some country name.
That country there. That country.
And that's kind of how I started going by my first and my middle name. I like the double names. So I was like, I'm gonna go by Takia Deneen.
There you go.
But my mama was a Shirley Ann. My grandmother was Wesley.
Ooh, Lord, yeah. Hey, T.
Joseph is saying.
Hey, T. Let me ask you. With all your siblings, so where did you fall? Where did you fall in the ranking?
Good one.
I don't even think you have a ranking. You're not the oldest and you're not the baby, so you're just in the middle.
You somewhere in there, in the middle.
Boop, boop, boop. Where you fit in? You know you're not the oldest and you know you're not the baby. All the ones in the middle, y'all just middle kids.
That's another one of them.
I'm
a middle child.
Yeah, you're a middle child. I was a middle child. I feel like the middle kids get it the best to me.
Yeah, because they get to sprinkle down right there. It just depends on how many it is because the oldest one gets all of it, and I feel sorry for the oldest one.
The oldest ones do. They do.
Ooh, and then look, and if it come down to being the last one, like I was, mom and dad and them too tired to do anything. Now they just.
Oh yeah, I think them last kids they raise themselves in anybody's family. You do what you want, you'll be all right. All the rest of them was all right.
That's so funny.
Or the older siblings have to raise you. So it's like you raised by your older sibling.
And they look, and no matter what age you get, they still think that you could be dang near 60 and they think
they can tell you what to do. Is that your story? Are we walking down your aisle?
And you have to remind them, look, I's old too.
I's old too now. I's grown.
I've grown now. Grown on.
Yeah.
That is so funny. So, I mean, the family that came here to Texas, how did you guys get along really well? And do you guys feel like just
we do for the most part. We had a family fallout in recent years, and that was between two sisters. And what's the worst thing that comes between family is money. So it was a money issue. So it was a fallout, and that kind of split our family up. But I feel like it'll get back together. It's just I always say that once something dies, something new have to grow from it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Definitely. I'm just waiting for everything to blossom. Put it like that.
And so did anyone try to push together? Because I always say don't try to just push together because it makes it worse.
I've never been a forcer. Like it's gotta happen naturally. I've never been one to force, no relationship, no nothing.
Right.
I think if things happen organically, you actually get the real results.
Exactly.
Hey T, since you you do the thing with your sophisticated thing, so do they come to you for advice? Be like, what you think?
All the time, and I say, well, what you think?
Who that sound like? Country boy.
A therapist. A therapist.
Dad and country boy. I guess he is a therapist. He is a counselor.
I am no therapist, but I am a listener. So I'm a
Yeah.
listening ear, but that's usually what I'm doing. I'm listening as people can sometimes I wouldn't even say unload. They just be more personable with you. So yeah, I'm a listening ear, but I tell people I can't carry stuff with me.
Come on.
So I can't carry it with me, but I can pray with you. I can send you to somebody that can help you. But carrying people's, I call it heaviness, paralyzes me personally. So it's
And
not
that
a
is
lot.
true.
Yeah. So I do try to direct people. If I know somebody that can help you, I definitely am going to say, hey, they can help you with this issue, or somebody that can relate to what you're going through.
Right. Right.
Well, you know what I do when they come to me and I really don't feel like talking to them?
What?
Well, Jesus. Look, they be like, all right, we finna go now.
He on the main line.
But you know, that is one of the things to y'all. It is, people will come to you and they will try to bring their truckload of stuff, not because they looking for an answer or they looking for directions. They just want to unload. Baby, no. You need to go on to the dirt field over there, because you're not finna just dump on me. And then I'm sitting here, what you say, you sitting there heavy, and they going on about their business because they done lighten their load. Ooh. Then they gonna turn around, what's wrong with you?
Well, I got a sister. I call her God's great listener. She will sit and listen to anything you got to talk about. And I tell people I'm solution orientated. So you tell me a problem. We ain't about to sit here and talk about your problem. We about to find a solution for your problem. And then we gonna carry on with life. But I can't sit there and keep on just like
and take all that in.
It take a lot for me. It really does. And I think that's how it helps me with people who deal with alopecia. I'm like, okay, we got alopecia. Now what hairstyle you want?
Yeah.
Yes.
So is there anything that you're not able to do? I mean, has there been an instance where someone wanted a style that did not work? Like they couldn't do, or you had to tell them you had to be the dream killer?
Never.
Really?
The most of a dream killer I would put in those kind of terms is I would probably say that hairstyle doesn't compliment you, but I'm gonna give you another option as to what would compliment you and why it would compliment you. But most people with hair loss, they already got a dream hairstyle in mind. I'm telling you, it's the hairstyle that they never could get.
Yeah.
So they usually come to me and I'm like, oh yeah, we could do that.
And that makes them happy.
Yeah.
So they have to do a consultation.
I usually do consultations via FaceTime or in person.
Oh, okay.
It take about 20 to 30 minutes, and I'm usually answering any questions somebody would have. And then we usually map out what hairstyle is going to be complimentary to them, just like the density, the color, the length. And then the next appointment is install, and then they get a one-on-one class on how to use the hair unit on a daily basis.
Oh, wow. Okay. I like that. What side of town are you located?
I'm located in Sugarland, Texas.
Okay.
She over there where the hair is sweet.
Where B's Wine Bar is.
Yes, that I've not dealt with. I know Miss
Benita
years. I've done her daughter's hair. I've done their whole family. He's a dear friend of mine. Houston is so big but so small.
So we talk about that all the time. It's so big, but it's so small. That's why you got to be careful what you say.
Yes. And who you say it to.
And who you say, and even I learned at a class I went to, I don't know what kind of workshop that was. It must have been an etiquette or something, some business work. And they were saying that you can be in a restaurant and your boss in a booth next door and you would never know. You over there talking hard. Be careful what and how loud what you're saying.
Yeah.
Hush.
And
Hirsch.
that's in any instant. That's in any instant.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I see you ready to say something, country boy. What?
I you see you over there shaking his head. I'm like, for what?
Because I'm going to say what I'm going to say.
Say what you gonna say.
Hey, T, I tell them all the time. I'm gonna say it. If I look, I say it once, I say it again. If you did, I showed it. Let me tell you exactly how I say it. This is how I say it right here. But if I say it in your face, I say it behind your back. I say it. Look, old country boy, big and old enough to take it. I showed it. I said it.
Well, you know what? I always say it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So if you got something to say to somebody, put a buffer on it a little bit. Put a little love in there. Sprinkle just a little.
I'm working on the buffer thing. But you know, sometimes if you buffer, people don't get it.
Or
They don't
now
take it
it depends on who it's coming from. Like if you some things for your kids, you ain't buffering it.
Oh yeah, no.
Get your butt.
Well, I have to buffer.
You better go do what I say.
I wish.
Yeah.
There's no buffering to that, right?
You went all the way back to Savannah.
No. No, you're not.
Hold up. I'm the mama.
I don't have to do that often, but my kids know if I get there, you
wait.
know.
Yeah. T, I got one question. You got a mama look?
Oh yeah, I got. You don't want to see my mama look. My mama looking serious.
They know. That's a good one.
Hey, is that when everything stands still? Ooh.
Oh yeah. And my mom used to have a mama stance. She'll stand and just put her hand under your arm right here. That means she getting ready to pinch it. And you just be like, straighten up, right? I ain't did nothing.
I'm getting you before you do.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow.
This has been good, y'all. I love this. I love what y'all doing.
Oh, thank you.
Man. Well, you know, it is. I will say this, and I'm sure before my co-hosts, I would love for you once more again, and this is just me, to be able to tell the people where they can find your stuff, how they can find you, when they can come see you.
Well, they open to come see me anytime. My direct business number is 832-722-8323, and they can contact the business at any given time. If it's after hours, leave a message. We'll get the information. But Instagram is Sophisticated Images. Website is sophisticatedimages.com. I'm Takia Scott and also Takia Deneen. So my personal page on Instagram is Takia Deneen, and that's for Shop Talk. That's a podcast that the salon runs.
Okay.
Shop Talk.
Oh, that's cool.
Shop Talk.
Sophisticated Images. What's the phone number again?
832-722-8323.
Hey T, you know I love it when my co-host be here. So let me tell you, that'd be some thing, old country boy. You know my eyesight's bad anyway. Okay, I'm gonna have to find. But look here, them comments that be over there.
You don't see them.
I can't see them, baby.
When he be on his own show, I that waving and talking and hitting buttons and saying he don't even see me out here trying to talk to the people.
He just go in and talk.
Come on backstage and slide on in and buck the system. I just come on to the side and just show up on the show. But I mean, like, he is not looking. I'm a Harton. Come on, Hart. Do you see me, Hart? Ask him this. He ain't seen nothing.
Well, how did y'all end up working together?
Oh Lord.
That's a funny story. Do you know we met online? It was probably, was it a year before we ever met in person, or like 6 months?
It's about a year. It was about
a year. He reached out to me to be on. Well, did you reach out to me to be on my show?
No, actually, I met her. She she was doing her own show that she still does now. And I was scrolling through. It was at one of those points in my life looking for some encouragement, inspiration, and I actually saw her on her podcast. And I sat and I listened and watched. And when I say watched, just how she carried and conducted herself. And one of her original shows she used to always talk about, which was really, really good, was always talking about looking out or reaching out to your strong friends. She was doing Wellness Wednesday.
Oh, you were really listening, country boy.
See, this is something you didn't know, Trina.
My mom tell me shut up sometime, boy. Sit over there. Sit that. Yeah, boy. But yeah, she was doing Wellness Wednesday, and it really inspired me. I was already, as again, going through some things, and I had just kind of jumped into podcasting, but I wasn't doing this type. I was, where they couldn't do nothing but hear my mouth and close me off. And I had reached out basically for some advice. And then I would reach out, and here's one thing that I learned that she taught me. A lot of times, and I knew this for myself, a lot of times when you're saying check on your strong friends, maybe you're the strong friend that needs to be checked on. But sometimes we pour out. So I would on Wednesdays, I would send her a message on me. I don't send them no more. Every Wednesday, I would send her a message and I would ask her, I say it's Wellness Wednesday. How are you doing emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually?
So you would check on her.
Yes.
Because it really is true. And yes, he's absolutely right that I was the friend that people think is so much fun and having so much fun when I be drowning sometimes. And so my way of reaching out or crying for help, and still to this day, sometimes it depends. And even he will still do something. I guess I'll post something, he'll know that I'm talking about me. And so you have to do that. So he started doing that. And first I was like, what is this man texting me every week? Who is this? Right? And I don't know what happened, but he finally had to come on his show. And then after the show, he let me know, about him, whatever. But from then on, we just started talking, and going back and forth. And we became these friends who had not met each other yet in person. And we just would talk, and he was really cool, really nice, motivating, inspirational. And yeah, a woman could sweep him up just like that. He's a good catch. So y'all like that? Country boy's a good catch.
This ain't no big mouth bass. Don't nobody throw no hook.
Love connection now.
If the executive producer would let him. But anyway,
you can go on and save all that now.
I just thought I put out there. People need to know. The people need to know.
Yeah, but that's how it happened, Miss T. And actually, we had been doing our show together for
a long time.
A long time before we even met.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
Now that part is crazy.
Yeah. We had a show that we were doing.
We went to Jack's to do a show, and that's where we finally met.
That's where we finally met at.
The place where you go about Zydeco?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Zydeco person, swing out and stuff, but Zydeco for sure. So that is how this happened. And then one day we were like, that was before that we started saying, let's have a show. Then we decided to change our name last year. Instead of what were we? Speak on it. Everybody was named Speak on It. So we decided to be the real conversation with a twist of humor.
Oh, I like that. I saw that on the fly.
Yeah.
I'm the twist of humor.
What was the date? You saw where the date was. We had to change the date on the first fly.
Yeah, girl.
That was the twist of humor.
I didn't see the first fly. I was out and about.
Baby, I made that fly. Baby, I was half sleeping. My glasses wasn't on.
You know what? You said that in my text.
I told her, my proofreader, look, my glasses wasn't on. I'm looking at the thing like this, and I'm going like, I hope I got it right. Oh, Lord.
You sound like my grandma.
I saw that flyer. It had old instead of 2024 it was 2004.
Yeah, we went back in time on that.
Yeah, we went back. Wait a
And
minute.
he sent me the updated flyer saying I didn't have on my glasses.
And you know how you second guess when something look different? I'm like, is that 2020? 2004?
I did it.
Oh,
I did it.
boy.
I love him.
42904.
Yeah. I ain't know which one I messed up, but look, I had to go back. I had to go back and squint my eyes, see now.
Yeah, that's the thing. As we get older, we all squinting.
Oh yeah, I'm squinting now. It's past my bedtime. I'm just trying to stay up with y'all.
Country boy have us on here till next week.
Oh, baby,
I have to do the choir. Pause. Because I do that when I swing out bands, so the bands, sometimes bands go on and on one song by 2 hours. So sometimes I'm dancing, I'm close enough, I do this to them. I give them the fist. Can y'all stop this song? Because this is a dance that needs to stop.
Oh my God.
But hey, y'all, I want to say Sophisticated Images with Miss Takia Scott. The number to the shop is back up. Stop the presses. How do you feel about the name changes of beauticians? What do you like to be? Does that offend you? Is it hairstylist? Is it hair like?
You know what? Somebody named me an artist, and I'm a painter by nature, so I went with the name of hair artist or hair replacement for myself. I'm replacing
right.
But as far as hairstylists, we artists. So I like that name. I ended up liking that name.
I'm so old school. I was still saying beautician until somebody said that might be offensive, but beautician. Well, my grandmother, and I didn't share this with my grandmother, was a beautician all of her life.
Yeah.
She was taught at she taught it before it was Lone Star College. She used to teach. She was like when Lone Star was a little bitty college, she taught beauty there, cosmetology there. So yeah.
I think it's just dealing with the eras. Because that was her era. Because people call them hair beauticians. Now artists. It just depends. Fashion designers. It's all different kind of types of names for our umbrella because we do more than just hair.
Right. Okay. So I'm sorry. Let me get back. I forgot. I knew I needed to say. I was gonna say that. I was gonna ask that. So y'all, today is our spotlight. Every last Monday of the month, we have a spotlight of someone's business, cool hobby, whatever it is they did. And so we chose Miss Takia Scott today, who is a hairstylist, artist, and she is a specialist with people with having alopecia, which my family, well, I think it runs in my family because we be up here. Now, see, I did my own edges. I lost them myself. I did that. She said it earlier, and I went on and said,
you're taking accountability for that.
I did that. Huh?
I say accountability.
Yes. I knew what I did. Yes. And it's funny because we still have the same braid person from years ago. And now she's older, more mature. She actually she's a nurse now. But if I try to get her to do that, she will not do it now.
Will not do it.
Then she was younger. She will not do that.
And a lot of hairstylists, we get a lot of facts now that we didn't know years ago. So it's ever changing. I always tell people fashion, beauty, all of it is ever changing.
Yes.
That is true. So many things are ever changing, and sometimes people aren't they're not open to those changes sometimes, because even in nightlife and stuff like that. So, but anyway, so y'all, our spotlight was Miss Takia Scott, and we want to thank you so much, Miss Scott, for joining us. You were really wonderful, and you were just as funny. My mama said she said y'all funny tonight, so I'm wondering, Country Boy, does that mean we wasn't funny before?
She trying to be funny.
I don't know. Mama's the only ones that can be honest now.
She said y'all funny tonight, and I'm like, so we ain't funny since Takia on here tonight. We funny.
I like Mama.
Oh
She
my
said she's
God.
coming to see you. She gonna be
Oh,
calling you. You watch. You just watch. She gonna be calling you. But
oh Lord.
y'all, so thank you again, Takia. And you really, all jokes aside, you really gave us a lot of facts that were great. Some things I still didn't know. And so thank you so much. Thank you a lot for doing that for us. And we got this virgin fertilizer, the tea tree oil, and Miss Julie, you can go get you some onion oil now because it
Onion
don't
oil.
stink.
Tell her to look up the reviews for it and look at videos on how people use it. Because
Okay, you hear?
it really is. It's really good for hair growth. And that can be used on anybody who has hair. Anybody.
What about rosemary?
Rosemary is good too. It's an all natural stimulant also.
Okay, somebody told me I bought it a year ago. I've never used it, but I never used it. It probably ain't no good anymore. But anyway, Miss Julie, so you heard her that you need to look at your reviews and see how to use the best way to use it. But y'all make sure that y'all check me out. Thursday. Not gonna have a show. I think I'll come on myself on Wednesday. But Thursday, Mr. Chili Bill Smith, the legendary DJ Chili Bill Smith, will be here chatting up with me. He and I haven't sat down and chatted in a couple of years. So y'all join me on what did I say Thursday? I keep want to say Wednesday. Thursday, which is May the 2nd at 7:00.
Okay.
Mr. Chili Bill Smith will be on. So the kid, thank you so much. And I'm just gonna pass it on to Country Boy.
Well, okay. Well, look here, old country boy finna take it home. But before I take it to the house, there's something I always have to do. It's become second nature. Takia, I know you're ready to go and go to sleep, but I need for you to wake up for about 2 minutes.
Okay.
Because I just have one question of all the things that have been said tonight. The most important thing, which is always inspirational and offers others encouragement. And the one question I have for you is through all that you have been through all that you've done, the question, what is your why?
My why nowadays is my lineage. So being able to pour into my lineage. It's new for me one of my grandson's birthday was today. So what I do today, I want to impact them for later on.
Wow.
So that's my everyday get up why right now.
Amen. Amen. I think that's one of the things that throughout a lot of my life, I didn't have a why. I had a why, but I didn't realize the why. Everybody's got a why. Sometimes you just don't realize what it is. And it's so important. It's that thing that drives you. It's that thing that keeps you going. It's that thing that when you see that big old hill, that why is the reason you climb that hill.
Yeah.
And so many people have to find that because they'll give up. Your why won't let you give up, baby. Your why won't let you give up.
Not at all. I put a quote out today about letting your fears drive you. And your fears can drive you, but your why got to be stronger than your fears. Like your why. You'll face fears when you got a strong why. Because your why is going to be bigger.
Amen.
I used to tell when I trained people on 2 people that I trained, but more than that, but I would tell them about answering the phone. And it's a little bit off of that, but it's still, when I think about it, still is kind of your why. I said, when you answer the phone, they may say something crazy to you, but always have pictures of your kids, your little crumb snatchers. Have them sitting around your desk. When you answer that phone, you look at them and know they got to eat.
Yeah.
That'll help you fix that.
That's on target, Miss Trina. You said that was off target. That's dead on target.
Yeah. Look at them crumb straps to know they got to eat. They're gonna be at home with mama.
Well, this was awesome. I feel like we can keep on talking, so I feel like we need to have lunch or something.
Country Boy is taking us on to the house now because I'm
going to take you to the house. Well, thank you so very much. Thank you. I greatly appreciate you accepting the invitation. It's been an honor to have you here. I admire what you do. I admire your work. And beyond admiring what you do and admiring your work, I admire the person that you are.
Oh, thank you.
And what that says is if you wasn't even doing what you're doing, you would be who you are. So that extends so far beyond it. And I admire you. Continue blessings, continue success, continue walking the journey that God has put before you, step by step, step by
I,
step.
I just say, order my steps, Lord. Order my steps. So, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
But not tell you, look, some people tell the Lord to order their steps, and when he do, they try to send the order back. Ain't what I wanted.
The Lord know your heart.
Yeah, he know why you sent that back, because it didn't look like what you wanted. I asked for a burger. I sent you one. Oh, but I ain't want no tomatoes on it. See, you know.
That's when the Lord go to bed.
All right, I'm done.
Take us home, sir.
Woo-hoo. To the
What's
Lord
the
be the
humor
Lord.
has been is over tonight.
That's that coffee. Look here. Look
Okay.
here. I thank y'all so very much, each and every one of you, for tuning in. Thank you for the support. Thank you, Miss T, for coming once more again. It has been an honor. It has been a privilege to have you here. You know, I will say this as I always say, each and every one of us has a purpose. Each and every one of us, God has given each and every one of us a purpose. He's given each and every one of us a vision. You may not see it now because your vision is so clouded by the problems and the circumstances or the situation. Let me tell you something. God has given you a vision and he has given you a purpose. He don't waste absolutely, positively nothing.
You're right.
Follow your vision. Even if folks don't support you, follow your vision. Even if folks talk about you, follow your vision. Even if friends turn their back on you, follow your vision. Even if folks don't want to talk to you no more, follow your vision. Because let me tell you something, it ain't easy. I ain't gonna sit up here and say following is easy and everybody gonna be yeah for you. Everybody ain't gonna root for you. I can promise you that. Because the same ones rooting for you will be booing you.
Yeah.
Because they can't come with you. But everybody ain't supposed to go with you. But you follow your vision. You follow what God has given you to do. Because the vision, you following the vision, trust me, God will provide the provision for the vision. But you got to take the steps. You got
Amen.
to take the steps. You got to take the steps. Don't be sitting around waiting on somebody else like the man at the pool. Well, who gonna give me this? Well, who gonna help me do this? God told him, do you want to?
Mm-hmm.
And each and every one of us has to have in ourselves, I want to do this. Whether my mama support me, my daddy support me, my children support me, this is what God gave me to do. Everybody ain't going to see your vision because it wasn't for them to see.
You're right. You're
But
right.
what they're going to see on the other side is what God's doing. That's why he's doing it, because he wants you to be a light to them, because they
You're
may
right.
still be in darkness. So you keep on walking in the light.
Amen.
Understand this. Understand this besides anything else. Is that I stand here before you. I stand here with our guests. I stand here with my co-hosts and say this to each and every one that can hear my voice, is that we support you. We support you. We support the vision that God gave you. Because I can tell you why. Why, country boy? Because of this. I would be a fool not to support what God gave you. That's saying to him, I don't even believe in him. I can't tell you what your vision is, but if God gave it to you, baby, I support you. Push on, push forward.
Amen.
And lastly but not least, the old country boy gonna say this. When you woke up this morning and you open your eyes and you cleaned out your ear, well, if you was over on my side of town, the lights went out about 2 o'clock this morning. We ain't had no power. So if you open your eyes around here, it was still dark. But I was trying to get dressed with my phone. Anyway, glad I charged it up early. You woke up this morning, you opened your eyes, and you cleaned out your ears, and you was trying to hear, but the words did not come clear. And if you was out there today just strolling around in the city of Houston, it was kind of hot out there because summer times are coming. So y'all get the fans going or something, or get some cooling in your air conditioner because it's gonna be hot. Well, Look at here. And you didn't hear the words. Here it is. I ain't gonna mess up on this one. 9:28 Houston time. We love you.
Love you more.
And we love you unconditionally. And there ain't nothing, absolutely positively nothing that you can do about it. And saying that says this: whether you go visit Lady T or you don't, she still love you. Whether you watch our podcast or you don't, we still love you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm telling you this, our love for you is not tied to what you do for us. Our love for you is tied to what God says we're supposed to do. We love you, and we love you unconditionally. And there ain't nothing that you can do about it. Thank you so very much.
It was so nice to meet you. Yes. Let's meet in person soon. Bye.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night. Good night. We're out of here.